What is going on, everybody? It's Refle here, and I got a special video for ya today, or tonight, whenever you watch this, or the morning, or in a period of time between space and time. Okay, so, as the title says, this is my top 10 games of 2014. I think last year I did top 5. I think so. You know what? I don't think I actually did one because I just completely forgot, and by the time I wanted to do one, it was like late January, so I don't think I did one. No, I did do one. Yeah, I did. 2012, I didn't do one. That's right. Yeah, last year my game of the year was BioShock Infinite, and then like it was followed up by I think Zelda Link Between Worlds, and GTA 5. Yeah, that was a pretty good year. Yeah. So I'm gonna go through my top 10 games of this year. The reason why I didn't do top 5 is because it's literally like the top 2 games, and then everything else is pretty close to each other. Like it's really close. I couldn't really decide 5 games, and there's a lot more I want to talk about. So I decided just to do 10, just so I could talk more about the different kinds of games I have. Now I want to quickly mention it is December 18 for now. I just got done with my semester, and there's still a few games I haven't played that I either don't feel comfortable putting on the list at the moment, or I just haven't put enough time into it. Like Far Cry 4 is not going to be on this list because I've only played an hour of it. I plan on playing that during my break. Smash Brothers, I've played like 4 or 5 hours of that, but I still don't think it's enough to really... Actually, I don't even think I played... No, like 3 or 4, I guess. I still don't think that's enough time to really gauge how much I like the game. And there's not going to be any remakes on the list, so The Last of Us is not going to be on here. Otherwise, that'd be pretty high up. But yeah. So yeah, Far Cry 4, Smash are not going to be on this list. And I'll probably talk about some of my least favorite games of the year also. So, we'll go on to the list. Number 10 is The Walking Dead Season 2. Now, I was trying to decide if I should put this on the list or not, because last year I didn't put any of the, like the Telltale. Did they even do stuff last year? Now that I think about it, did they? Oh no, wait, they had like the first episode or 2 of, or first episode I think of The Wolf Among Us, and I didn't put that on. But yeah, I was trying to decide if I should include that or not, and I decided to. Because it was a really good season. I thought I liked it slightly better than The Wolf Among Us, even though I really liked The Wolf Among Us as well. I just thought it was a really well done story. Wasn't as good as season 1, I will admit, but it still was really good, and especially the last episode was gripping the whole time. So definitely was a really well done story, even though the gameplay was lacking, but I don't really care, especially for games like that. Yeah, if you haven't played The Walking Dead Season 2, I recommend it. It definitely is it's an interesting story, especially since you're playing as Clem the whole time. And the ending is, I guess it can vary, apparently, quite a bit, so we'll see where that leads off, because spoilers, there's going to be a season 3. I think we already announced that, though, before the ending of season 2. So, not really big spoilers. Yeah, Walking Dead season 2, number 10 on my list. It's very good. If you like story-driven games, definitely pick that up. Number 9 is The Evil Within. Now, this game... There's a lot I really like about it, and there's some stuff I really don't like about it. like at times this game's like one of my top 5, but at times like I'm just not a fan of it. I guess my biggest problem with the game is like it's way too long. It's probably like 3 hours too long. And to be honest, I have yet to beat the game. I'm on like I only have like maybe half an hour left of the game. I just have not felt like going back to the game. It's definitely like it's in my top 10 favorite games of the year. So it's a really good game. It does some horror elements, just fantastic. There's like so many great moments in that game, but there's a lot of moments I'm just like, oh god, it just kind of wears on me. The length of the game wears on me. There's some moments. The game's really difficult at times. But yeah, then there's like really great moments of horror, and it's just really tight. You're just so like tight at moments because you're like, oh crap, don't see me, don't see me. It's a very up and down ride, I think, but it's definitely one if you're a big horror fan you should play. I really enjoyed my time with it, even though sometimes it wasn't that great. Yeah, it's probably the best horror game I've played since Dead Space. I guess I should say new horror game. I liked it better than Outlast, and I think that's the only other one I've really played since then that I remember. Yeah, it's a really good game. I think we're probably gonna be able to make another sequel, and hopefully they can kind of fix the length and stuff like that. But really good horror game. Highly recommend it if you like that genre. On to number 8, which is gonna probably be a pretty. It's gonna be a lot of people's top 10 list, and it's gonna be out of a lot of people's top 10 list. It's Destiny. I guess I should say what I played it on. I played Evil Within on PS4. And I played Destiny on PS4. And Destiny, I kind of got hooked on the alpha when I played that. I'm like, I wasn't too big into the game. Until like we were like, oh yeah, there's an alpha just like a month away from now, or like, what was it? Was it a month away, or was it like that weekend? I think it was that weekend of E3 or whatever. And I played it, and I really enjoyed it. I really liked what the game was bringing. I didn't play the beta at all. I think I played like 10 minutes of it actually, and then I just wasn't in the mood for it. Then I bought the game. I just tried to run through all the beta crap that I already went through and alpha, and then I don't know. I just really liked just the core gameplay. The gameplay is really sound. The guns control very well. I just really enjoyed just shooting through hordes of enemies and getting loot, even though I have never gotten a legendary or whatever in that game, and it pisses me off. Even though the story was crap, I just liked shooting a bunch of stuff, and the strikes were a lot of fun when you could get a group together. And the multiplayer is pretty good also. I didn't play too much of that. But yeah, it's a game I really enjoyed just playing through, and I've gone back to it a handful of times since September, and I still enjoy it. It's not something I'm gonna just play every day, but I'll come back to every so often, just do some shooting and looting, and hopefully get a legendary one of these days. But yeah, I liked it quite a bit, and I know some people really can't stand it, but I enjoyed my time with it. So yeah, so number 7. Now, I wasn't sure if I should add this game either, but I decided to since I've already put a... Like, there's a difference between, like, putting 3 or 4 hours into Smash and putting in 30 plus hours in this game. And I'm still not done with it. Number 7 is Dragon Age Inquisition. Now, I will say this, it could move up, definitely. Odds are it could move all the way up to 3. Depending on how the game plays out, because I'm probably like 2/3 of the way done with the game, and I've put like 33, 34 hours into it, and I'm kind of not in the mood to play that game right now. Like I've just played it so much that I'm like, okay, I just kind of can I speed through the story a bit, but you can't really do that because then you're under leveled. Yeah, I mean, I'll definitely get back to the game, but it's just so long. I wish, and that's what I want it to be, but it's also just so long that I can't really enjoy it as much as I wanted to. So it's a bit of an incomplete grade on this game, but I still am gonna rank it 7th. Really like I just like going around the world doing the quests. It's just so, it's just so like trancing or whatever. You just go around, help some people, look at some dialogue that's pretty interesting. The combat I like, but I don't love it. I freaking love killing dragons, though. That's the best part of that game. The dragons are so well designed. All of them are very unique, and they all look really cool. Overall story, I enjoy what I'm seeing, but it's yet to really come together, which is why it's down to 7. And I still need to beat the game, so it'll eventually come together, I hope. And I guess I'm a little bit upset you can't romance Sarah as a guy, because that kind of pisses me off. But I romanced Cassandra. It was worth it. But yeah, that's enough of that. Dragon Age, definitely, if you're looking for a game that can last you a long time, that game's going to last you a long time, trust me. So much stuff to do in that game, so. Yeah, number 7, Dragon Age Inquisition. And like I said, I could move up. It could move down. I still have like 20 hours left, so eventually I will beat it. Number 6 is Infamous Second Son. Now, I'm really down in this game right now. I don't know why. Like, I have a number. I kind of forced myself to get to number 6. But, like, it's because it came out in the spring, and it's just been so long since I've actually played it. But when I go back and think about when I play that game, I just have all good memories, pretty much. I enjoyed the story. I thought it was pretty decent. I played through both the good and evil, stories. I 100% that game. I thought the gameplay was really good. The game looks really good. I don't know why I've been so low on it, but it's a really good game. If you have a PS4, it's definitely one of those. It's probably the best exclusive. And it's probably not even close. Maybe Resogun or something's kind of close. But for this year, it's undoubtedly the best PS4 exclusive. Yeah, it's just a fun game to run around, and you have pretty awesome powers. The smoke power is cool. The neon power is probably the best one. Yeah, it's the best one. And then you got like what's the third one? Like digital or whatever, which is okay. But yeah, it's just fun going around that world, taking down enemies, and it kind of sucks that when you beat the game, there's not really much to do when you get like the rock powers. So yeah, I mean, Infamous Second Son, I very much enjoyed it. It was like, I think it was, for the first half of the year, it was in like my top 3 favorite games, but it's dropped down, but still a very good game. I like it quite a bit. Number 5, now this is probably going to, this game is very much like Destiny, in that a lot of people liked it a lot, and a lot of people really, really hate it. And number 5 is Watch Dogs. Now, a lot of people just hate this game. I don't understand why. Like, I know the graphics aren't as good as it was shown, but that happens all the time. And the story was not, the greatest. I enjoyed the story. I thought it was pretty decent. But people just hate this game for some reason. I don't know why. I mean, the gunplay is really good. It's better than Grand Theft Auto. I guess it's on par, maybe slightly better than Grand Theft Auto 5's. I really like the stealth gameplay is actually pretty solid for an open world game, which is surprising. Just driving around and hacking stuff is really, really fun. Like, as far as the game I've had most fun with, Watch Dogs is pretty high up there. Maybe one other game can, like, beat it as far as most fun. But yeah, Watch Dogs, it's a really fun game. I don't know why people hate it so much. Like, just going around, it's probably one of those games where I, like, always stop to do, like, some of the side stuff. Like, whenever I saw a criminal, I'd hunt them down. Always. And it was just fun to do. Like, fun to explore the world, fun to go on motorcycles were awesome in that game. Even though the driving was, kind of meh. It wasn't as good as GTA 5's. Watch Dogs, I don't understand all the hate for it, because I think the hacking and just the overall gameplay is really good. It just needs some fine tuning. Like, for Watch Dogs 2, I think if they work out, like, the kinks and add more hacking and all that, it should be really, it will be like Assassin's Creed to Assassin's Creed 2, I think, where people were, like, kind of lukewarm on Assassin's Creed, and then Assassin's Creed 2 came out, and everybody's like, oh man, this game's really freaking good. And I hope that happens with Watch Dogs, because I feel like it's on the same trajectory. But I really like Watch Dogs. I know some people didn't, but that game's a lot of fun. It is a solid story. It's a little bit too long, I will admit. That's kind of the theme of games nowadays, I think. But yeah, really good game. I like it. It's top 5. Definitely worth playing. Number 4 is a game people, I think, are forgetting about. And it's not a game I've really talked about too much. I did one video on it. Same with Watch Dogs and Dragon Age and Destiny. I did one video on. And it's Shovel Knight. I played this on the PC. It was one of those games I was actually looking forward to. It's kind of like a Mega Man, Castlevania-inspired Super Nintendo, NES kind of game. And I've never been really good at Castlevania or Mega Man games. I'm pretty awful at them. But I still wanted to give this game a try, and I really, really loved it. It's like, it's still a good challenge, but they add stuff that for, like, losers like me who can't beat Mega Man, we're like, okay, we'll give you a break. We'll make it slightly easier for you. Just enough so where it's challenging, but you can still beat it. And it was just a perfect balance of, like, of difficulty and... yeah, perfect balance of difficulty. The gameplay is fantastic. I just love bouncing, like, the shovel, doing all the moves. The level design's really good. The world's really cool. Boss fights are unique and very fun. The game is just really fun. It's a nice callback to, you know, older games. And if you have like $15, this is definitely worth spending. I think it might be even cheaper. There's a Steam sale going on, so it might be on sale. So definitely pick up Shovel Knight. It's really, really good. If you like Mega Man games or any kind of like NES style games, you will enjoy that. It's just such a good game. I have nothing negative to say about it. Yeah, I literally don't. It's really good, so pick it up. So number 3 is... Now, this may surprise some people, because the Let's Play of this, I was very angry towards it a lot, but I guess I don't know why I was. I don't know, yeah, it's just weird. It was just because the game was so good that it irritated me when I died, but whatever. It is Shadow of Mordor, I guess Middle-earth Shadow of Mordor for the PS4. And, yeah, I mean, Shadow of Mordor, the gameplay is so good. It just reminds me of, you know, the Arkham combat, and it's just really, really cool. Executing enemies is like addicting, and you just keep doing it and keep wanting to do it. You want to keep getting more powerful. Just the gameplay is what I absolutely love about the game, and it's another one of those games where I did like all the side stuff, and I basically 100% that game. Yeah, and I guess like whenever I died to a basic enemy, it pissed me off beyond belief. But I guess that's what it wants you to do. Like more than any other game. Like when I died, I got really angry, and I don't know why, but it just it really angered me. And yeah, I know I seem really negative towards that game, I guess, in my Let's Play as far as I'm concerned. And I kind of feel bad about that because I really like that game. It's number 3. But yeah, it's a really cool game. The ending really sucks, but they're going to make another one. So I'm looking forward to that quite a bit. But yeah, just the gameplay is so good. It's probably the best. Oh, I wouldn't say that. It's the 3rd best gameplay I played this year. So, yeah, if you haven't picked up Shadow Mordor, there's tons of sales on that recently where you can get it for like $30, something like that. So definitely pick it up. You'll get a good like 20 to 30 hours out of the game, even though the story is kind of crappy. Number 2, and now we're getting into the top 2, and between Mordor and number 2 game, it's a pretty good chunk away from each other. Not a tremendous amount, but a pretty good chunk. But number 2 is Sunset Overdrive. That game's really freaking good. If you have an Xbox One, that's the one game you have to have. So, pick up that game. It's really good, trust me. Yeah, Let's Play was really fun to do. I think I beat that game in like a week in a few days, which is really quick for me as far as Let's Plays go. Just the gameplay is just so good. Just going around the world, it's like my favorite thing ever. Traversing the world is it's the best traversal I've experienced in an open world game, in my opinion. It's just really fun. You got a Tony Hawk, Ratchet and Clank elements to it. It's just really, really good. Upgrading your weapons by just using them, and they're unique, awesome weapons. It's just really cool. It's really fun. I had such a blast playing that game. The story is pretty solid, I thought. It's a funny game. I really don't have too much negative to say about it. I'm thinking of something negative to try to say about it. I can't really say anything. I guess I can't think of anything negative. It has great customization options for your character. The world's very vibrant and colorful. It's so good. Oh, it gives me an orgasm just talking about it. Yeah, if you are looking for a game on Xbox One, that is the top game I'd get. Like, I guess as far as the list goes, it's the best next-gen game I've played. So, if you have a next-gen console, I guess it's only for Xbox One, but if you have Xbox One, pick it up. Like I said multiple times already, pick it up. It's the best next-gen game, in my opinion, so far. So, yeah, absolutely love Sunset Overdrive. But on to number 1, which is it's pretty close to Sunset, but it's not really close, I will say. But number 1 is, I've already probably said this a billion times, so you all know about it, and it's Dark Souls 2. Now, I went into Dark Souls 2 not being a huge fan of Dark Souls. I played, I played like 15 hours of Dark Souls 1, and I could never get past Quelaag, and I thought it was okay. I just didn't love it. But I decided to give, the series one more shot with 2, and it's my game of the year. It's just it's just really addictive. It's a lot of fun. The gameplay is, in my opinion, is just really, really good. It's got a cool universe. The combat is it's difficult, and it's just one of those games where even if you are having a lot of trouble, like just once you get past that one section where you just can't get past, and you keep dying and dying, once you get past that, you just feel so much like joy and satisfaction and relief. It's nothing that it's like no other game gives you that much of a feeling or anything really similar. Whenever you take down a boss that just has been killing you over and over again, you just keep trying to beat it, and you finally do it. It's just a great feeling. And it's the only game on the list where like I keep going back to. Like it came out in March. I played a whole bunch then, March, April, and then I took like a month off, and I went back to it during the summer. And then I'm like, okay, I think I'm done for now. And then the DLC came out, and I went through all of that, and I enjoyed it. And I'm like, okay, I'm done now. Then I did a Let's Play of it, and I think I played over... I think I'm over like 70 hours into my games. So it's definitely the most hours I've been into any game this year. But yeah, Dark Souls 2, just really good. If you're not sure if the Souls series is for you, I'd recommend picking up Dark Souls 2 because, in my opinion, it's just slightly easier than Dark Souls, just because of you don't have to always go through areas. You can just fast travel between all the bonfires, which is a little bit easier than Dark Souls 1. And the bosses, I think, are just slightly easier. And you can upgrade weapons slightly quicker. So, I don't know. I think it's slightly easier. I like it more than Dark Souls 1, but I guess I haven't beaten Dark Souls 1. But I love that game. It's probably my top 10, 15 games of all time. Yeah, it's just so much fun. So much fun. A lot of time with it. And I'm very much looking forward to Bloodborne now. So yeah, that's my list. Number 1, Dark Souls 2. But yeah, I'm actually going to just quickly mention all the games I played this year, because that's probably about 40% of them. I played quite a bit this year. But I got this list here of games that came out this year. So, in January, I picked up Assassin's Creed Liberation HD. That game sucks. Don't pick that up. I also picked up Nidhogg. I think that was in January. It's not saying. Yeah, Nidhogg should be in January. Nidhogg is it's a fun game for like 10 minutes, and then you'll never play it again, but it's really fun for that 10 minutes. What else? February, I picked up Bravely Default. I got like 15 hours in that game, and it did not click with me. I was very excited for that too. Kind of sucks. Yeah, I didn't really love that. Wolf Among Us, yeah. Strider, I didn't play Strider. That was a solid game. I never beat it, but I enjoyed my time with it. Let's see. March was a pretty big month. Southwark: The Stick of Truth. That game's okay. I can't stand it. I will never play that game again. Like, after 100% I came for that walkthrough. I just don't ever want to touch that game again. It really soiled my feelings for that game. So it's probably gonna be in a lot of people's top 5s. I can't like that game anymore. Hearthstone. I did play Hearthstone for a little bit. I played it for like 2 weeks, and I enjoyed it, but I didn't play for like 6 months. I played like last week. I played for like a few hours because they added the expansion, and it was fun. And I'll probably won't play it until another few months. So yeah, Titanfall. I honestly did not put enough time into Titanfall. Like, I played it probably for like 6 hours in March, and I haven't touched it since. I really like the gameplay is really fun. I'm kind of over like the multiplayer games for the most part. So yeah, Titanfall, it could possibly be in my list if I had enough time into it. I didn't feel like I had enough time to actually put it in the list. Ground Zeroes I played, that was good. It's not really a full game, so I didn't really count it, but it's fun. Definitely a good sneak preview. Not really a sneak preview, but good preview of what a Phantom Pain is capable of, which looks like it's gonna be pretty good. Infamous, yep. I guess later on I did play Diablo 3. The Reaper Souls next gen version. That was fun for like the first 15 hours I played of it. Then I traded it in because I was done with the game. I didn't really. I was playing the game. I'm just like, I'm kind of done with this. I kind of. It's just kind of the same thing over and over. It was a lot of fun for that time, but I'm gonna trade it in and get something else. So that's what I did. MLB The Show I picked up. I didn't really. That game is really good, but it pisses me off what it did to some stuff. So yeah. I play a lot of sports games, in case people don't know, and I'd say most of my time, if you go with like my most played games a year, probably like 2 of the top 5 are gonna be sports games of some sort. So I just don't ever make videos of them because I think it would be boring. Child of Light, I was not a big fan of. I ranted quite a bit in that Let's Play. I think the last 5 videos were basically rants about why I didn't like that game. It's a decent game. Now that I look back, it's decent, not great. Or it's not. Yeah, it's not even good. It's decent. Yeah, just keep going through. Pickle 2, oh, yeah. Was that last year? No, because I got it with my. But I think it came out last year, so that doesn't count. Bound by Flame. That game's pretty below average. I will never play that game again. I'm kind of pissed off I spent $50 on it. It's not horrible, but it's not worth $50. If you find it for like $15 on sale, then I think it'd be worth it. Transistor. Oh my god, I left Transistor. Oh my. I completely forgot about Transistor. That might be in my top 10, actually. I completely forgot about it. Yeah, I would probably kick The Walking Dead out and put Transistor in now that I think about it. Transistor, the gameplay is really good in that game once you kind of figure it out. Oh, it's really, really good. Story is very interesting. It's got a great art style. That game, I think people completely forgot about. It's one of the best PS4 games, in my opinion. Oh man, I can't believe I forgot about that game. That game's so good. If you haven't picked it up, I would definitely pick it up. I did pick up the Sly Cooper collection also. I played like the first few hours of the first game, and I got stuck on a part, and I haven't played the other 2. It was pretty fun for the time I played it. Yeah, basically the summer I didn't really pick up much. Yep, doesn't look like it. The DLC for Dark Souls was okay. Last of Us Remastered, that game's very good. The game looks really good. That's probably one of my better Let's Plays, to be honest. Just seeing what I picked up. Ultimate Evil Edition, already talked about. Yeah, just keep going. I really didn't get much indie games or small titles this year. I don't know. A lot of them did not just interest me compared to previous years. Yep, looking. Hyrule Warriors I played. That game's okay. Did I trade? I don't think I traded that in. I don't think so. I'm not even sure. I don't even know where that game is. Yep, keep looking. I was very tempted to pick up Alien Isolation, but I'm kind of glad I didn't. Because it's one of those games that's way too long. NBA 2K15, I put a lot of time into. Probably my third most time I put into any game this year. Even though I don't think it's better than last year's. I like NBA 2K. That's my favorite sports series. I picked up Madden as well. I hate that game. Madden 2015 or whatever it was sucks. You can never throw the ball deep in that game. It irritates the hell out of me. Looking. I know it was a really long video, but I'm just basically talking about the games this year, so. Bayonetta 2 I didn't pick up. If I want to point that out. I was very tempted to pick it up, but I never did. Okay. October is done with. On to November. Assassin's Creed Rogue I'm playing through right now as Let's Play. It's okay. I guess I haven't really gotten too much into that game. Assassin's Creed Unity. It blows. Don't pick that game up. That game, that's probably my most disappointing game of the year. That game is just... I can't stand it. Halo Master Chief Collection, I've played like an hour of. Because you couldn't play online at all and it's still messed up. So eventually I'll play that game. It's a really cool collection. If you could only play it. Other than that, Far Cry, like I said, Grand Theft Auto 5 I picked up. And like I said, no remakes or anything like that are going to be in the list. I like that port. I've been playing that game on and off. It's fun. I think that's it. Yep, that's all I played this year. So quite a bit. It was an okay year. None of these, I mean, like if you put up any of these titles to last year's, I think the only one that would probably crack my top 5 from last year would be Dark Souls 2 and Sunset Overdrive. And those would probably be... Sunset would probably be like 5th, and then it'd probably go like GTA 5 and Dark Souls 2, then Linked Between Worlds and BioShock. It was not, the greatest year. A lot of disappointing games. But I didn't think it was a horrible year by any standards. It was kind of like the first year of a generation of a new console. So games are still kind of learning the ropes of these next-gen consoles. And I remember reading somewhere, like, the second year of, like, every, like, the last 2 console generations is always really, really good. And 2015 is looking ridiculous. There's so many games to look forward to. So I think next year is going to be probably one of the best years in a while. So I hope it will be. But yeah, this year was solid. Not the greatest by any standards, but it was. There's plenty of games worth playing. Yeah. So that's my list. Didn't really know what your game of the year was. I'm sure it was probably, Destiny. I know what you guys are thinking. No, let me know what your game of the year was. And what was your least favorite game of the year? My least favorite game of the year, if I had to answer that. Oh, man. It's a good question that I asked myself. Oh, yeah, Smash. I forgot to mention Smash. It's probably between It's probably between Assassin's Creed Liberation and Assassin's Creed Unity. I'd probably go Liberation. That game, it's just so boring. It's like the driest game ever. Ugh. Yeah, I'd probably go with that, even though it's not really a new game. The HD version came out. I guess that kind of counts. Yeah. So, I briefly, that's my top 10 games of the year for 2014. Long video, but I did talk about quite a bit of stuff. I went through all my games I picked up. And I also made a most anticipated list for 2015 that I actually already recorded. And I forgot I recorded until now. And that was like a week ago. So I may have to redo that. But yeah, so let me know what you thought. And I'll see you guys around in 2015. See you later.